at this time, I would like to bring on our amazing presenter tonight. This beautiful lady hails out of New York. She is the BDM for Palace Resorts, LeBlanc Resort and Spa. She, if you saw, Survivor kicked off last night. She was in there in the past, and I believe Michelle was a winner back in 2014. Well, she was on again last night. Definitely, if you're a Survivor fan, if you haven't watched it lately, well, watch it again, because we have our amazing BDM for the New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut regions. There's also a celebrity on Survivor, came out last night, so check that out. But she is also the BDM for our region, and she is absolutely amazing at what she does. She will give you information on the Palace Resort and LeBlanc and Spa properties that are throughout the Caribbean. There are amazing luxury properties, and she'll also give you some insiders on great perks and benefits for us as travel agents. And she was joined us before about a year ago this time. So there's also some amazing updates that have gone on in the Palace Resort properties as well. And she'll share that with you also. So from no more for myself, let me bring on our amazing Palace BDM, Michele Fitzpatrick. Michele, let me unmute you and bring you on. Can you hear me?
Yes, can you guys hear me?
Loud and clear. The floor is yours.
Okay, great. Are you, just quick question, first screen sharing, can you guys see my screen?
Let me stop mine. Okay. And then I turned off host to you, so you should be able to share.
Okay. Sorry, let me figure this out here. Here we go. Now let me do PowerPoint. Cool.
There you go.
Cool. Okay, good. Awesome. Well, thank you for the intro. I appreciate it. I know some of you guys haven't watched Survivor in a while, but yes, as Kathy mentioned, I am back on the show. I am actually, the show was at 8 p.m. last night. I had a huge party here in New Jersey. So I took today off. And bear with me.
We got her recuperating, but she joined us, so I'm so happy.
I'm doing my best today. A day after a big event. So yeah, and it's funny, last time I did this, I think I was coming off a sickness. So you always catch me not at my best, but I promise you that usually if I ever meet you guys in person, you know, I'm quite bubbly typically, so bear with me. But because my screen is full screen, I'm not able to see your guys' chat until after. So just, oh, I can see it blinks up here. Okay, great. So I'll be checking the chat periodically. Okay, I can see it here. Great, good, great. Okay, perfect. So wait, can you see my chat on your screen? Is that bothering you?
No, we cannot. So
you can't. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the chat up in the corner,
okay,
so that if you guys have any questions, you can just stop me at any point and cut in. Okay. So as Kathy mentioned, I am Palace Resorts, and I'm also LeBlanc Spa Resort. So there are two different brands. I would say the main differences between the brands is that LeBlanc is going to be your 5-star full butler service brand. So they are adults only. They tend to lean more into that luxury market. So it's obviously a higher price point. And it's also just, you know, with the adults, it tends to lean towards like honeymooners or girls groups, focus on wellness and relaxation. So Palace is kind of more energetic, more family oriented. We do have a few adults only, which I'll dive into, but mainly this is going to be kind of your family friendly properties. Okay, so some things that are a brand across the whole brand that you'll find at all of our properties are spacious accommodations, double whirlpool tubs. We also offer resort credit. So sometimes our resorts do price a little bit higher than some others in the market. And I think it's really good to understand the resort credit in order to build the value of that. So depending on how many nights your client has, they'll be able to get resort credit. And that will, Kathy, I think you're still potentially not on mute. Just want to let you know.
Teresa, please mute yourself.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Sorry, just wanted to let you know. So the resort credit, yeah. And if you actually want to unmute at any point, any guys, because you guys prefer to talk to me, you can cut in and chat. Don't worry about that. But the resort credit, it really does build value. They can use it towards the spa, excursions, extras, golf, anything that they want to do. And I'll dive into that a little bit later. But it really does add value to the experience for your clients. We also have gourmet dining. We have 24-hour room service, top shelf liquors. We have Chi bath amenities in all of our properties. That also means that we're going to have a Chi blow dryer and a Chi straightener, which is a very big deal for us ladies. You know that when you're in Mexico, the hair is not always cooperating. We also have world-class spas. So something great that you can utilize. I know we're all from all over, but as a BDM, our role is to VIP your clients and help support you guys so that you can offer that above and beyond experience. So if you email us, I can tell you guys who your BDMs are at the end of the presentation. But if you email us saying, oh, my client is traveling to Moon Palace at this time, we'll be able to get them a VIP wristband. That will allow them access to a complimentary hydrotherapy hour in the spa. It will also allow them separate areas in the beach and stuff. So make sure that you're forwarding us when your clients are traveling so that we can send an amenity from you guys and really take care of your clients. So it's a nice thing that you offer that if they're booking through Expedia, they're never going to get that. So know that you're valuable, you're adding value, and using your BDMs is a way to do that. Also, we have the Jack Nicklaus Golf Course. All of our properties actually are affiliated with golf courses, and they can use their full resort credit towards golf if they want. The Jack Nicklaus Golf Course is a 27-hole golf course. So people who are like really into golfing, this is a great option. We also have golf villas, which have the golf carts complimentary. There's daily and nightly entertainment. So your clients just need to download the app. So for Palace, it's Palace Resorts. For LeBlanc, it's LeBlanc Spa Resorts. They download the app and they can see what's going on at our properties all day, every day. So fitness stuff, night shows, all of these types of activities will be on the app along with maps of the property, the menus. They can order room service through the apps. If you're at the Grand or LeBlanc, they can order pillow menus, aromatherapy, all of those types of things directly online. So we're streamlining that process for everyone. So I mentioned the spa a little bit earlier, but we really do take pride in our spa. And as I said, you can use your resort credit towards the spa. There is a limit of $500. So that's what, 2 or 3 treatments. It's still a great deal. So they can use up to the $500 on that. And then anything over that, they would just pay out of pocket. And the hydrotherapy is something you can have complimentary as well. So I include this slide just because I like for you guys to see kind of the scale of some of our properties. I think this puts it into perspective a little bit. So people, when they think of Palace, they often think of Moon Palace. And these are very big properties. So for instance, the Moon Palace in Cancun is 12 restaurants and 13 bars. It's kind of a mega resort. And people love it because there's a ton of things to do, a ton of dining options. But some people want something a little bit more intimate. And sometimes travel agents automatically don't associate us with intimate properties, but we do have all of these properties that have 4 or 5 restaurants that might be better options for your clients. So Beach Palace, Cozumel, Playa Car, Sun, even Isla is only 1 restaurant. So keep it in mind that you do have a ton of options. Yeah, the fam trips, we all run a ton of fam trips. So feel free to ask your BDM when your fam trips will be coming up. You definitely want to experience the property. Our goal is to educate you, and doing these seminars are a really, really good way to do that. But actually getting there and tasting the food and living the Palace life, that's what's going to make you be able to sell it. So definitely hop on a fam trip. Find out who your BDM is. I run personally, I'm New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, and I run probably 10 a year. So I run a ton. So this year I have Moon Palace, Jamaica. I have one to Sun Palace, one to LeBlanc and Cabo. So we have a ton of stuff going on. So I have only released about 3 so far. So tons of things all throughout the year. We do partner with Michelin star chefs to curate our menus. So all of our pastries, all of our desserts, they're designed by Antonio Bashore. They're absolutely beautiful and delicious. We also we partner with certified Angus beef. So that means that when you go and you get a burger, it's going to be like top notch. It's not going to be like sometimes when people think all inclusive, they think that the food needs to suffer. And we don't believe that. We think that the food should be like you're going out at your local restaurant, your favorite restaurant in your town, New York City, whatever it is. You should really be dining out. Not that we're not looking at quantity over quality. We're looking at quality. And, we outsource our olive oil from Italy. We have a curated wine menu from Assam. So we really take pride in our food. And that's something, if you have a foodie, Palace Resorts, and anybody who has been will tell you that that's the way to go. So this is kind of a view of our properties, where they're located. So for most of our properties, you're going to be flying into Cancun, and they're along the Cancun coast there. So we have Riviera Maya, we have Cancun, we have Playa del Carmen, Cozumel, we have Ocho Rios in Jamaica, and then Los Cabos is a LeBlanc. Okay, we're all good. If you're having trouble hearing me, let me know. I think it's okay now. So the Moon Palace in Cancun, as I mentioned, it's 25 restaurants and bars, so it is big. It's definitely an expectation to set with your clients that there's going to be a lot of things to do, but it's a little bit spaced out. So the way that we're kind of catering to the fact that it's a big property is that we have these little shuttles that run from every building. They're almost like a subway system. So like A will take you from this building to the lobby. So you can kind of map out how you get from A to B. I walk it always, but I know some people just aren't really walkers. So it is spacious, but it's beautiful and it's so fun. There's tons of things to do for kids and families. There's a nightclub. There's activities all throughout the pool all day. There's a flow rider, an arcade. It's crazy and it's awesome. And it's only 10 minutes from the airport. The Grand at Moon is actually a portion of Moon, but it's all concierge level. So it's a bit smaller, and people at the Grand can go over to Moon Palace, but people at Moon Palace can't go over to the Grand. And we actually do have exchange privileges at all of our properties. So if you stay at any of them, you can visit any of them, with the exception of the Grand can visit any, but not all can visit the Grand. Again, it's the concierge level. So think of it that way. And LeBlanc can visit any. So because our properties are all kind of so close to each other, it might be nice to take a day and go see Isla Mujeres, or take a day and go over to Cozumel. So keep in mind that when you book one, you kind of get the experience of a lot of them. But the Grand is great. And I often find that people see the difference. I'll answer you in a second, Victoria, but people often see the difference in pricing with the Grand and Moon, and they're tentative to book the Grand. And they're like, well, why don't I book the Moon and then I'll get a day pass to the Grand? I'll tell you, the value of the Grand is worth it. Once they get a day pass, they're going to be very disappointed that they didn't stay at the Grand in the first place. And they're not going to want to go back, because it has a full water park, bumper cars, bowling, mini golf. It has a day club that has like foam parties and a DJ, like Vegas style. It has a nightclub. The dining is exceptional. So it really does make a difference staying on this side. I love both, but I tend to lean towards more the Grand, because you can go over and experience the Moon and the energy at the Moon if you want, but the Grand just feels a little bit more extravagant to me. It has a speakeasy too that we just added, which is super cool. So to answer the transportation question, we don't have transportation for any of our properties in Cancun, but our Jamaica property does have transportation. So our Jamaica property on 3 nights or more, because it's located in Ocho Rios, that's about an hour and a half transfer. From Kingston, depending on the time of day, it's about an hour and 10 with the new highway. But because it's such a long drive, we do have complimentary transportation, and it actually doesn't stop anywhere else. So it's just direct straight to the property, which is great. And this property is stunning. I know Kathy said that she took a fan here, but it is so beautiful. It has, yeah, perfect. Okay. So it has these 2 beaches. It has a beach here with the non-motorized water sports, and then a beach over here that's more a relaxation beach. It's in a cove in Ocho Rios, kind of where the cruise ships come in and out. So it's really beautiful. The mountains are there. There's the haze of the mountains. The sunsets are exceptional. This is a really big wedding location. As you can see in the picture, the gazebo that's over the water. So that's one of our many beautiful wedding destinations. It's 705 guest rooms. So it's a lot smaller than the Moon Palace in Cancun. If you see, it's just these two buildings. That's it. We did buy all of the properties in the area. So we own that whole, it's all private beach and it's all ours. So it's really great. It has a flow rider, tons of activities. I love, love, love this property. I might be biased, but I think it's my favorite. So Beach Palace, we're back in Cancun. Beach Palaces are family friendly. That's not, as I was saying earlier, the big mega resorts is not going to be for everyone. For people who want something that's a little bit more tailored to like a smaller boutique property, this would be better for them. It's 4 restaurants, 4 bars, 287 guest rooms. It's going to be 90% oceanfront rooming. So because it's kind of in a U and it's right on Cancun Hotel Zone, the room is excellent. The only ones that are not oceanfront rooming are actually lagoon view, and they have sunset. So it's really kind of a win-win at this property. It's called Beach, so the beach is obviously incredible. And in the past, people were choosing Beach Palace over Moon because of the beach. But I will say the beach at Moon has been looking really excellent. We got a lot of feedback in the past that the seaweed was an issue. So we actually worked with oceanographers to put some type of barrier out. It's pretty far out in the ocean, but it actually catches the seaweed before it washes up on shore. So our beach is looking super white sand, super blue water at Moon. At Beach Palace, it's always wonderful. But at Moon, you guys can now feel confident that you're not just selling the property for the pools and the energy and the food. You also know that you are getting an excellent beach there as well. Cozumel Palace is a bit smaller, 169 guest rooms. All of the rooms at this property are oceanfront. It doesn't have a beach here, though, and that's very traditional for Cozumel. It has a little sandy area where there's chairs, but it actually just has kind of like a ladder and steps that go right into the water. And this is where you can kind of snorkel and dive right off this. So Cozumel is known for its diving, and we do offer PADI diving with the resort credit at our property. So if you have people who are like super dive junkies and they want to go down, this is a good option for them. If they're staying anywhere else, though, at any of our other properties, they can go over to Cozumel for the day, dive, use the facilities, have lunch there, have breakfast there, whatever, hang by the pool, and then go back over at night to their property that they're staying at. Isla, this is our baby property, 62 guest rooms, 1 restaurant, 2 bars. We did open a cevichery as well, which is like just kind of light bites, kind of midday snacks. And the restaurant does have a revolving menu, so every single night it's going to be different. Something about that, we do have complimentary sea transportation on certain days of the week. So just let me know if you do book Isla and we can set that up. But they pick them up. It's like a 10 or 15-minute boat ride, and it takes them right to the dock outside of Isla, outside of our hotel. Okay, Playa Car. So this was built as a LeBlanc. So if you love the architecture of LeBlanc, you're going to love Playa Car. It's stunning. It's right on 5th Avenue. I love this property. I think it's really fun because you can stay and have the all-inclusive all day, and then you just go out at night onto 5th Ave. So I find it to be really fun. Great for couples who or people, not just couples, because it's actually a family-friendly property, but for people who are going to want to go out and explore a little bit of the Mexican flavor, I think that this is a good option. If people who don't want to just hang in and do all-inclusive all the time, but want to go experience things outside, this is great. So as I mentioned, it's family friendly. It's not family friendly in the sense that Moon or beaches, like it's more kind of hands-on family friendly activities like tie-dyeing, face painting, things like that. It's not going to have all the bells and whistles that our other family friendly properties have. And because of that, it feels a little bit less family oriented than the other ones. So don't hesitate to send couples or adult groups here just because it has the family friendly title. It doesn't really feel that way when you're there. Sun Palace is adults only though. So it's not family friendly. It's actually couples only. So the bedding structure is going to be king size beds. 252 guest rooms. Again, this is in the shape of a U, so it's like 85% oceanfront rooms, and the ocean here is incredible. I actually love this property, and I went back, I want to say a year and a half ago, and it actually just underwent renovations. So these are old dated pictures. It looks beautiful. It just opened the beginning of this month, and it's stunning. I'm trying to get some of my fams to actually go there. I have one fam set up to go there because I want people to see it and start selling it, because they took it and down and redid the entire thing. So it is a full facelift on this baby, and it's stunning. So yeah, and Kathy, I will hook you up. Definitely. I'll let you know when the date is and you can come join me. And it's nice. It's family, it's couples only, so it's king size room structure, but I went with my mom and I didn't feel like I was like left out at all. I mean, I obviously didn't mind sharing king size bed, but I thought it was really fun, energetic. The infinity pool always had things going on, aerobics, and we made a ton of friends. So I loved the energy of this property. Now on to our LeBlanc. Our LeBlanc is our AAA 5 Diamond Award winner. 12 years in a row. It's been the #1 on TripAdvisor for all inclusives in Cancun. It is the best of the best in Mexico. It's full butler service. Again, you can get your butler on your app, so you have access to your butler all the time. It's pampered luxury. At noon every day, they come around and put cucumbers on your eyes and a cold towel. I mean, they think of everything here. No detail too small. It's beautiful. Something that you may notice, though, is that the rooms here have French balconies. So they're actually not full walkout balconies. So look at the room category that you're booking and make sure that you book the proper room so that your client, if they want to walk out and go out on the balcony, and that's really super important to them, then book that category. Adult is 18 or older. Yes. So if you have, like, for instance, I actually have people looking here for a graduation. And so they're celebrating a graduation, and it's like a bunch of, because it's not couples only. So the vetting structure does have a variety. It's not just king. So it's great for everyone. It's good for girls trips, bachelorette trips. It's beautiful. The beach here is incredible as well. So this is our newest property. It's the LeBlanc in Cabo. Yeah, Sean, this would be perfect for your daughter's 18th. Honestly, even Sun Palace would be really fun for your daughter's 18th. I would keep both of those in mind. So the LeBlanc in Los Cabos is, I don't even have words. I walked into that lobby, and you can see the lobby. I mean, it kind of cuts off here, but you walk in and it is floor to ceiling sea view of the ocean. It's absolutely incredible. And it's just it's just very streamlined. It's very clean. It's new. It's a year and a half old. Every room here has full balconies. So what we run into at the other property, you're going to have a beautiful view. Any room category that you book at this property will be stunning. There's some that are partial ocean view, and they have absolutely amazing view. There's no bad room here. It's great. Again, like the other property, it's full butler service. It's adults only. This is a little bit bigger, 8 restaurants and 6 bars. The dining it's high end. We even have like a tasting menu, like a 7-course tasting menu dining that's French, and it's incredible. Top shelf liquors in the rooms as well. And we use Bulgari products instead of cheap products here. Some of our promotions, I was talking to you a little bit about the resort credit earlier. This just dives into that. I'm sorry, before I go into this, does anybody have any questions on the properties that I just mentioned? Okay, cool. So the resort credit, again, this really builds value. So just look at how many nights your clients would be spending and then talk about it, because a lot of people think when they see resort credit, like I stayed at Malio when I was a travel agent, and I heard that I had all this resort credit. I was super jazzed on it. And then I found out it was like coupon style. And I was really bummed because I wanted to go to teppanyaki and like the hibachi tables. and it was $75, and the resort credit was only $25 to hibachi. So I ended up having to pay $50 anyways, which is crazy. I mean, well, our teppanyaki tables do not have a charge, but I just mean to say that the resort credit, the only thing that they'll end up paying on their resort credit is 16% in taxes on whatever they use. So it ends up being super cheap. So some things that you can use them towards, as I mentioned, golfing, swimming with the dolphins, if they want to do something like Tulum or Chichen Itza, zip lining. Also, these are our limitations. So I mentioned the spa head limits. The other one that has a limit is LeBlanc Memories, so photography. That's the only one that kind of caps out. And as I mentioned, the 5 to 8 nights, it's at the $500 cap for spa. So that's like 2 or 3 treatments right there. At all of our properties, kids and teens do stay free. So anyone 17 and under are complimentary at our properties, which is great. If you have a family that has 3 kids and they want to keep it cheap, you're going to price them out at Moon Palace or the Grand or Beach Palace, and it's going to be a great option for them. It should come in at really good pricing. I mentioned the exchange privileges. I'm actually going to kind of cut through weddings because I do individual wedding seminars. I'll hit on it a little bit just quickly, but I do just wedding specific. Webinars. So I'm happy if you guys are interested in weddings and you sell a lot of weddings, please let me know so that I can get you on a more in-depth one. I do about a half hour just talking about destination weddings and groups. And I'll do something really quick here, but it's good to know if this is your bread and butter and this is your niche, you should do that separate presentation. Perfect. So we do a bunch of different religious and culture offerings. So we have Catholic, we have Jewish, we have Indian. We can pretty much cater to whatever your couple needs. We don't really do, one thing I will mention is that we don't really do collections anymore. I know that it was a thing in the past to have like the aqua collection, the ocean collection. Like we don't really do that. We're in an age of Pinterest brides, and they're going to want their wedding to look like what their vision is. And so we have people in-house who curate all of these really amazing weddings, and they make whatever your dream is come true. It's pretty exceptional. And you guys do get 15% on wedding extras as well. So say they want this tablecloth or this cake, whatever it is, you're making commission on top of your commission on all of those things as they tack them on. So actually, the more room nights that your couple has, the cheaper it is for your couple. So it's kind of crazy. For 51 to 99 rooms, they'll have 15 hours of complimentary space. So they can use that towards the reception, they can use it toward cocktail hour, for an event, whatever they want to do. So it ends up really getting cheaper for them. So we obviously know they'll have their resort credit. So say the group wants to go do a catamaran as a group, or they all want to go swim with the dolphins, they can just kind of tailor their wedding weekend or week to be special with the resort credit and all of our extras. We have an amazing cake designer. We have a bridal consultation team. So basically how the process works, you reach out to the wedding coordinator, they'll hold the date, they provide the deposit, and then the bride is assigned a personal wedding planner. So that's kind of when, at that point, you're kind of hands off. You've passed it off. Now they're not bothering you anymore with the details, the day-to-day details of like, this is the cake we want. They have somebody on property to do all of that stuff for you. So you book, you deal with the travel part. You're not a wedding planner, you're a travel agent. So we make sure to handle all of that stress. Also, we do a preview to paradise as well. So if your clients do want to go prior to check out the property, we comp the nights after they book their wedding. So they go spend 2 nights, they get to experience it, they taste the food, they meet with the wedding coordinators, they have a nice little vacay, then they come home, they say, all right, I want to book, and then those nights are comped for them. So your benefits. So make sure that you sign up for your agent benefits at palaceproagents.com and register your bookings there. When you register your bookings, you do get complimentary nights. So it's very important that you register them. It also allows us to know that your client is traveling, and it just allows us to kind of keep track of that, and we can send amenities and do things. I like for my travel agents just to send me, even if you register it, send me the booking anyways, just so that I can keep tabs on it and I can manually go in and make sure that I'm putting those requests in. But do register. Again, I have webinars. Obviously, we set this up for like your guys' specific group, but I host webinars all the time, general webinars that maybe are tailored to specific things. So feel free to come join any of those. So you earn bonuses. I'm sorry, we're no longer doing the Cash is King. I need to take that out of here. So we might move back into the Cash is King. We've been having issues with the banking, so we actually kind of put a hold on it for right now. But I will update you guys if we bring it back in any other facet. So maybe like gift cards or something like that. I'll let you know. But as of right now, we're no longer doing the Cash is King. But we do still have the complimentary nights. And we have the commission program as well. So we do offer 17 to 25% commission. And then you guys have the BDM support and personalized marketing. I'm sorry, what I mean by personalized marketing too, if you have a logo and you want co-branded material that say Palace and that say your logo, maybe something that you can promote on social media, or maybe you want it printed out so you can hand it out, your BDM can set that up for you. So when you register your bookings, you start to work towards being pro specialist. So at your first 1 to 4 rooms, you're just going to be a pro specialist. Once you hit 5 to 24 rooms, then you're silver, so on and so forth. So it's really important that you register those so that we know your pro level, and that correlates with your booking commission. So you start at 17%. This is for direct bookings. I don't know, I didn't ask you, Kathy, but I don't know who you typically book through. If you're working through a tour operator, ignore this slide. If you're going direct, which is an option, you make 17% at starting. Once you move into silver, you're at 20. Gold is 21. Platinum is 23. Emerald is 25. But you can always start with your tour operator. Say you have a really good relationship with your tour operator. You can register those bookings. And then once you hit silver, you say, you know what, the 20% is now worth it to me to shift over. Go ahead in and start booking at that point. We work closely with tour operators. We're not trying to take away business, but we want to give you this option. So this is what your Palace Pro Agent site will look like when you log in. We are changing the interface on this soon, so it's a little glitchy. I don't always love this site. I would try it on Chrome if it's glitching for you. But our new site that should be rolling out within the next month, I'd say, it's going to be the same login. It looks incredible. I just did a presentation on it with my Miami office, and it looks amazing. It's going to be not glitchy at all, which I love. But on here, you can go in and get your travel agent rates. You can see your bookings. Basically, you can learn more about the properties. Anything that you need travel agent-wise is on here. Fam dates, if you want to go with your family, whatever. You can also book direct here. So this area here that says hotel only or hotel and air, you can select the resort, you can price it out, or there's the information on the top that is the direct booking contact number. So you can always call, or you can email me or your BDM. You can touch via email with the direct booking department. So you have a ton of different options on how you can book there. So the ready, sell, stay, when you sell a room, you earn a night. And at LeBlanc, when you sell 2 rooms, you earn a night. And then that's it. So my email's right here. So I don't know, this slide is a little bit fuzzy. I don't know why, but it's mfitzgerald@palaceresorts.com is my email. And we did hire a bunch of new BDMs recently. So if you don't see your BDM on this list, what I would advise is go onto the Palace Pro Agent website. And at the bottom, it says like, who's my BDM? And you can press on your state and you can see who your BDM is and the contact information for your BDM. If you're still lost as to who you should be contacting, just reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with them. Or if you don't have a BDM right now, I'm still happy to be that support system for you. I'm always here to help in any way that I can. I want your clients to have a really good experience. And so my role is to, if they're happy, you're happy, I'm happy. So always reach out to me. People are like, I don't want to bother you. I'm like, no, that's my whole job. It's not a bother. It's my job. I want you guys to come to me, and I want to elevate your experience. Or if people are having issues, I want to know those issues that we can fix it. So please loop me in. Your BDMs are all wonderful. We all work together. So reach out to any of us, really. We're here to help. And that's all I have for you. Yeah, type any questions that you have, or hop on the unmute yourself and feel free to ask. I have a bit of wine here, so I'm going to take a nice sip because it is 8:30 over here. So,
any questions, anyone? Please feel free to ask away.
Yeah, Kathy, I got to get you on that fam.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. You said you're doing one to Sun?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't do that one. I did Moon Palace in Jamaica. Beautiful property. Yeah, I gotta get to that one with the adults only. I love that.
Oh yes.
Courtney, you say you're gonna go with me?
It is so stunning. Oh my God. It was, my mom was like, and I always bring my mom on my fams.
Right.
Or on my trips, not my fams, but
okay.
And she was like, this is the best one we've ever been to. I'm like, wait till you see LeBlanc.
Wow.
It's great. I love it.
So anyone, okay.
Let's see.
Sean, booking direct.
Booking direct with Palace. Are clients able to make payments, or is full payment required? Yep, they can do payment plans. That's fine. They just put down a deposit, and they're, if you have questions regarding those payments, you can call in. But if you're doing it online, you should be able to select the payment plan option.
Yes, Kelly, I'll post, I'll put it in our Evo family page, Evolution Travel page, so you can check out the recording and anyone else that missed it. You're welcome. Any other questions, fam? If not, we'll close out, and definitely thank Michele so much for taking the time out of her schedule to definitely service us in the beautiful Palace properties. Family, definitely suggest this, recommend. Get on that Palace Pro and take that course. You can go through Travel Agent Academy. They did the course. That's how I first found out with the course as well. Or you can go to the direct website that Michele had just mentioned. But definitely, and check out Survivor this season.
Yeah, check out Survivor.
Yes. So if you haven't seen it, definitely get back on board and check out our BDM on Survivor. We'll be rooting for her.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Please reach out. Shoot me an email I know even if you're not in my territory, reach out, email me if you want to come on a fam with me. Like I said, we all work together. So I'm happy to host you even if you're not in my territory. The more, the merrier. The whole idea is to just educate you guys and keep you guys happy. So whatever you want, I'm here to help.
Thank you so much. You see why I love her, guys, because she's absolutely amazing and a doll to work with. So everyone, thank you so much for taking the time to join us on this amazing webinar tonight and travel training for Palace and LeBlanc properties. So until next time, thank you and have an amazing evening. This travel session is officially over. Thanks, Michele.
Thank you, Kathy. You're the best. The best.
Bye.